Think we are. Let me make sure the mic's on. I think we are live. Let's see. I need my phone because I need to share this link. Yep, I think we're live. I'm a little early because I gotta take my time to get this whole setup going. Share my links and all that. Yeah, we're live. All right, I see it. Let me turn that down. I'll give you guys a second to hop in if you want. But what's good, guys? Welcome back to RonsRides. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another live stream. Let me share this on my Facebook real quick. If you haven't followed the RonsRides Facebook page yet or liked it, make sure you go do that as well. Because I'm always posting stuff on there. Cool pictures and videos and stuff. Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari. I think you guys would enjoy it. If you guys like this channel, I think you'll like the content on there as well. All right. Pop that link there. All right. And John, good morning. What's going on, dude? Where you coming from? Where you from? You in the United States? You overseas? While I'm getting this all set up for you guys, again, I'm a little early. Make sure you hit that like button. You know what that does. Helps get the channel up in the rankings. Helps that YouTube algorithm. All that good stuff. I'm almost done. I'm just posting this on my Facebook page so you guys can see the live stream. I do also have a video coming out, an Alfa Romeo video coming out in about, well, it'll be like 2.5 hours. So I do got some more heat for you guys. Let's see. Okay, I got the Facebook link up. And then we will do Snapchat. If you guys aren't following me on Snapchat, that's a little bit more personal as far as what I do there. So it's, I still post car stuff and all that, but it's more like into my life kind of thing. Daily things I'm doing, daily kind of vlog thing. Arlington, Texas. Dang, so okay, you're an hour behind us. So what is 5:56 in the morning? Are you guys being affected by the hurricane out there in Arlington? Hurricane Ida? I'm curious. If so, man, hopefully you're being safe out there. All right, one more quick thing, and then I can get going with you guys. The reason why I've been starting the live streams a little, I don't want to say later, but I would normally do this probably about 25 minutes earlier is because I have to walk my daughter to the bus stop because school started back up. So with that said, got to do that first, and then I can come here and spend my time with you guys. So that is the reason why I started a little bit later. But at the same time, I'm a little early today. But there was so much going on with Maserati that I had to make an individual stream to talk to you guys about all the stuff this week. And go outside of the regular format. So that's why we're here today. All right. Snapchat is posted. All right. Let me holler at you guys. Yes, on the time and not at all about the weather. Okay. All right, cool. So it is early. That's the bad news, but the good news is no hurricane for you out there in Arlington. So I'm glad you're out there safe. Hurricane Ida, man, that's crazy. I don't know if you guys know about that are overseas, but I'm sure everybody here in the States knows. Category 4, I think that hit Louisiana with the wind speeds of about 140, 50. I think it was 50 miles per hour. insane. So prayers to everyone out there who's affected by Ida. That's rough. So I'm here to talk to you guys about, this is going to be a big Maserati stream today. So if you guys want to talk about Maserati or anything else, feel free to jump in the chat. This is my time that I try to take to really connect with you guys, as I guess as genuinely as possible, versus doing comments and stuff back and forth on videos. So I want to thank everybody for being here, just present on the channel, and everything you guys do when you do the likes, when you do the comments, when you share it. You're my subscribers that engage, that everybody that hits me up on Instagram that I never can get back to, people who email me, just everybody who reaches out. I really appreciate that you guys take what I do here seriously and that you trust in me to provide this content for you guys 6 days a week. I'm definitely doing my best. Even though I'm burnt out some days, I'm definitely doing my best to keep you guys informed. Not necessarily entertained, because I'm not like an entertainer, but keep you guys informed and in the know with everything Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and Ferrari, and sharing my passion with you guys as you share back with me. So I appreciate all the love. We're at 23,600 subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you so much. My overall video views, I think, is at like 12.8 million, which is insane. So thank you again, guys, for being here. Thank you so much for just being a part of the RonsRides fam. I appreciate you guys. So we're going to keep things rolling. I'm going to say by next week, hopefully, you'll be seeing the 2022 Maseratis on the channel. So I'm going to keep it just at that, keep it very vague, but you should probably by next week see some 2022 Maseratis here on the channel. So make sure you guys are tuned in and subscribed and all that stuff and notifications, whatever you need to do to make sure you don't miss those videos. Now, there's 5 topics of Maserati that came out over the past week that we need to talk about. I love the Maserati brand, so I'm not here bashing or anything, obviously. So don't think that this is like talking, badly about Maserati at all. Obviously, I'm a big contributor to the brands here, as you can see. But there was a lot going on about Maserati's future, and it's scary and exciting. Let's talk about one of the scary things, the discontinuation of the Maserati Ghibli. How are you guys feeling about that? I kind of got a gist of it in the comments of the video, but how you guys feel about the Ghibli going away? I know this is going to be a very mixed conversation because on one hand, I think a lot of people didn't appreciate the Ghibli because even Maserati said that, they kind of messed up on how they marketed it and how they pushed it. Obviously the Ghibli is a remake of the 60s Ghibli. So the Ghibli is not necessarily a new model to Maserati. It's an old model. They just brought it back. A lot of people were saying, was it really needed? Did you have to, push the market and flood it with Ghiblis to compete with the BMW 5 Series and stuff like that and the Mercedes-Benz C-Class when it didn't necessarily need to be a volume car? And volume car, well, that means that you're just doing whatever you can to sell the most units. So, it just kind of, what people would say, water downs the brand or cheapens the brand. A lot of people had that kind of retrospect. I think I'm using the right word in the right vocabulary about the Ghibli. They're like, oh, it's just a volume car. It's just a cheap car them to put on the market. And now everybody gets them and they depreciate. And I can pick one up for $30,000. And, oh, this part is cheap and this part is cheap. And when it breaks down, and, everybody didn't really show much love to the Ghibli like they should have. And now we're talking about it being discontinued and going away. Now some people are like, man, I love the Ghibli. I don't want it to go away, et cetera, et cetera. Obviously, again, and I bring this up all the time, me owning 2 Ghiblis. I started with my first one in 2014, and then I got my second one in 2016. I've been a major player in sharing my experiences on my previous channel, if you guys don't remember that one, and this channel on my Ghibli experiences. As much as I had problems with a lot of things with the car. I love the car so much. So it was one of those things to where like I definitely am going to miss the Ghibli, but I get it. I get why if they were going to get rid of it in 2023, I get it. Not necessarily because of all the hate and everything that it got. That's not why Maserati would get rid of it. But does Maserati need two sedans in their lineup? Like the sedan world is going astray. It's all about SUVs. A lot of automakers are getting rid of sedans and coupes. And if you think about it, you're going to have a lot of different models that are not SUVs in the Maserati market. You're going to have, we'll say for 2022 at least, you're going to have the Ghibli, okay? You're going to have the Quattroporte and multiple models of these two cars. You're going to have the MC20 and the MC20 Spider. You're going to have the Gran Turismo, and then you're going to have an electric version of the Gran Turismo. You're going to have the Gran Cabrio, an electric version of the Gran Cabrio. You know what I mean? So they're going to have so many models that are not feeding that big SUV trend to where, yes, the Grecale is coming out and then the Levante, but then they're focusing a lot on sedans and coupes. Like, is it really going to be profitable for it? Does it make sense for Maserati to have two sedans and, two coupes and a bunch of different variations of those coupes? I don't know, it's tough. I love the Ghibli for what it was because it was something that got a lot of people, younger people, into the brand. And it was one of those things to where like nobody really necessarily needed a big Quattroporte, like it was a big car. It's a lot of car. The Ghibli was the right size. It was the right amount of power. It was just the right amount of everything for, at least for me and for people who are in the market for a C-Class or a 5 Series. Guess what? I had a 535i BMW and I got into the Ghibli. So Maserati did their job. They did what they were supposed to do. They pulled me out of my BMW and into the Ghibli. It was the perfect replacement. So, I mean, the Ghibli has, I don't want to say, what does that say, increased? Improved. It has the best character development in the Maserati range so far. From what it was in 2014 to what it is now, it's a completely different beast. I mean, the Ghibli is the fastest car in the lineup for Maserati. Fastest, not quickest. So let me explain. The Ghibli goes 203 miles per hour as opposed to the MC20, which goes 202 miles per hour. That's fast. Now quick. The MC20 is quicker with a 2.9 0 to 60 over, I think, the Ghibli Trofeo's 0 to 60, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like 4.4, 4.2, somewhere around that range. But anyways, it's gone from what it was to now being the fastest car in the lineup. When you talk about the Trofeo model with the V8 and all the crazy leathers you can get in it, the crazy trims, the awesome wheels. I mean, like, they've changed the game for this. Even the paint colors. I mean, you saw that for the Surrey Rosso Magma Ghibli I did. That was absolutely gorgeous. So the Ghibli has done so much character development. It's become such a better car than it was in the past. I hate to see it go because it's just when it's getting good, it might be going away, and that's something that definitely. It hurts me, but again, I understand. So definitely let me know what you guys think about the Ghibli sedan being discontinued by 2023. If that's the case, we will know Maserati's product plan very soon. But from what I've seen so far, things I can't necessarily discuss in the moment, I didn't see anything specifically focusing on the Ghibli in the next few years. So we'll see what happens. Now go from sad to exciting, okay? Or sorry, scary to exciting. The Grecale, all right? So the Grecale Trofeo was also confirmed this week, and that was one of those things we talked about. We knew it was coming. We've been doing all the spy shots for months and months and months now, okay? And, we as a channel here, we saw the two different versions, and you could tell because of not just the wheel options, because the wheel options can be anything. It could be a regular version with different wheels. But those exhaust tips, we knew the quad pipes, the two circles on each side. Okay, that's typical. But when you had the dual vertical pipes, all right, that was normally reserved for the Quattroporte GTS, those specific exhaust pipes, and that was the higher horsepower V8 Quattroporte. Okay, so there was a reason why they put that on the Grecale. So we knew that it was going to be a performance model Grecale, and now we know that the Trofeo model is coming up, and we know the weight that the Trofeo lineup holds because we just talked about it with the Maserati Ghibli Trofeo being the fastest car in the lineup. So now I'm very curious, with this being on the Giorgio platform, same platform as the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, is it going to be a smaller, lighter, and faster car? I mean, there's no reason that the Grecale needs to go over 200 miles per hour, but would it be cool? Heck yeah, of course it would. So with that said, all the other Trofeo models are in the 580 horsepower range. Are they going to make the exception for the Grecale and make it 550 or make it slower? I don't see why they would. So with that said, if they put that twin turbo V8 in the Grecale, well then, shoot, we're looking at 580 horsepower. This thing might really haul some butt. I mean, this thing might get up to 200 miles per hour if it's lighter than the Levante, if it's smaller than the Levante, if they don't detune it, and dial it down. The Grecale might be one of the fastest SUVs out there, and that's exciting. I'm so happy that the Trofeo lineup is kicking, and they're still making it. They're not dialing it back too much, because what's exciting about this is Maserati is still making really fantastic, incredible, exciting cars. This is a good thing. We're looking at Maserati's future, and we're seeing things like this, and we're optimistic about what's going on. Really, Maserati couldn't be doing anything better than they already are. They've got it figured out, okay? They took some time, and during the relaunch of the brand, they're like, this is what we need to do. We're coming in swinging with the MC20, and then we're hitting you with a new SUV, and we're hitting that with a high-performance model. Then we're throwing a new Gran Turismo coupe sports car at you. Then, well, guess what? We're going to give you an MC20 Spider. Then we're going to give you the Grand Cabrio, which is a Spider. I mean, like, they're doing it right, and they're giving us thing after thing after thing and just smacking us. Even with the pandemic, even with the semiconductor shortage, they're still so far delivering. So it's super exciting, and let's not forget about they're doing the hybrid. How they did the Ghibli hybrid last year, how they did the Levante hybrid this year. That's for the European markets, but they did what they were saying they were going to do, and they're delivering, and that's really exciting. So the Grecale, I'm super excited about that. I definitely want to get my hands on one. Again, I reached out to Maserati, and I reached out to you guys last stream to see if you can get me a hold of somebody with Maserati. You guys came through, so I reached out to them. So we'll see how that goes. What's up? Greetings from Poland. I saw a Grecale in Poland last week. It looks stunning. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, they're out there testing. We're supposed to see it in November. That's what they said. So it's gonna be September tomorrow. So then that'll give us 2 months before we actually see the Grecale in full form, and guaranteed we will see it without camouflage very soon in some spy shots, and I'll have it on the channel as well. But that's awesome. You saw it out there in Poland. That's what's up. So yes, number 2. The Grecale Trofeo, that's the big one. That is what I'm excited about, again, with Maserati news. All right, so something else from Maserati, our third topic for this stream. And don't worry if you guys just came in. This stream will be on the channel later on today. The MC20, you cannot buy one of those MC20s. Yeah, it's real. The demand is real, which is awesome. I know you guys, again, there was some on the side of, Maserati didn't plan this right. They should have more of them, et cetera, et cetera. And then some of you well, it's good that the MC20 is bought out because supply and demand, it creates buzz, it creates value. The cars won't depreciate if you can barely get a hold of them. So it's one of those things to where, if the MC20 has brought that kind of hype and buzz to the brand, then, Maserati did it right in my eyes. Maserati did what they were supposed to do. This is a supercar. They said they'll make as many as there is demand. So it's not like they capped it at 100 units or 200 units, whatever. They're gonna make them, but you're gonna wait for them. Okay, so that's fine because people are going to get these cars and they're going to enjoy them. They're going to treat them like the supercars they are, and they're going to really put the Maserati brand back up there as far as prestige goes. Okay, when you look at an MC20 and you know that you can't even get one of these cars for 2 years, then it's gonna create more excitement. It's gonna create, just kind of more. I don't want to say those endorphins like around a car that's so special. There's something that you rarely get to see. It's going to bring a certain level of excitement to the brand. And I'm really, really excited about that. Now, Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona only got one allocation. Ferrari, Maserati Orlando, I think they got 8 allocations. And I'm not sure about the surrounding Florida dealerships. So it's not going to be a lot to go around within these next 2 years for MC20s. And with the semiconductor shortage, I'm not sure that's going to affect the MC20s, but at the same time, it may delay things a little bit. So we may be waiting for a while, but I'm just glad that Maserati has a car that people want that bad to where they're sold out of allocations. That's insane. That's awesome. And that brings back the level of excitement that the MC12 brought to the brand years ago. Now, granted, that was not a mass production car like the MC20 will be. And, there was only 50 of those. And that thing was well over the price of an MC20. People are talking about the brand in the same likes of the MC12 again. And that's exciting. Again, it's another promise that Maserati has delivered on just to their fans, their customers, and that's insane. Francisco, do you plan on getting a new Ghibli? I do not. I'm gonna say since having 2 Ghiblis already, I think I've had my run on Ghiblis. I do plan on getting another Maserati or my first Alfa Romeo. You guys know that I passed on a 2-liter Alfa Romeo because I really, really, really want a quadrifoglio. Even if it's a pre-owned one, I want a quadrifoglio. So if you see me get an Alfa, more than likely it will be a quad. And then if you see me get a Maserati, with all the stuff Maserati's coming out with, you never know. But I'm working towards it. I'm working hard towards it. So no more Ghiblis for me. Even if it was a Trofeo, I have to pass on it just because I'm Ghibli'd out. I'm Ghibli'd out over the past 5 years, 6 years. I think it's, my first one was 2014. So yeah, so that's it. There are some news about Alfa Romeo Tonale, maybe about power units. The Tonale, nothing yet. Just besides those spy photos of the camouflage one we saw with the 2 different models, where they had the 2 different wheels. One had the 21-inch wheels, and the other one had the wheels covered up. And that was probably a few weeks ago, actually. I'm on my page now. If I scroll down, 3 weeks ago was when we saw the second one. So 3 weeks we saw 2 different versions of the Tonale. Other than that, man, they keep him pretty quiet. We're gonna see it at Geneva in February. We're gonna see it in Geneva in almost pretty much full form because it's supposed to debut in March, I believe, like its full debut. But we will actually see the production model in Geneva. Give us about 5 months and we should be there, but nothing yet. Haha, I feel you. I can't wait for the revives on that one. Yeah, I'm just saying, I would love a Ghibli Trofeo, but I just can't. I can't do 3. I gotta diversify a little bit. In a perfect world, I would have an MC20. In a less perfect world, I would have a Gran Turismo. In a practical world, I would have a new Grecale. I wanted something that's new and fresh. But at the same time, we'll see what happens. I definitely want to keep the Italians close to my heart, so I want to get back to my roots with getting another Italian car. So that will be next on the list. Can't put up a time limit on it because the pandemic set me back big time. But I'm not complaining because a lot of people are doing much worse. So I'm just going to keep working hard and hopefully reach my goal. What about Lancia in the U.S.? thanks to the Stellantis group. You know what? I haven't heard much about Lancia being in the U.S. I did recently just see an article about Lancia and Alfa Romeo, but it was more about Alfa Romeo. Well, they're appealing to younger customers. They want to appeal to younger customers, get younger customers to buy their cars. And I think Lancia wanted to appeal more to men, the male market. So I didn't read much into that article, but it was going to be something I was going to share, but I'm not exactly sure if that's something I want to share here on the channel, because I'm not sure if that, really appeals to you guys much, but we'll see. Cool. I'm looking forward to the Tonale. Will be my next car for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued on the Tonale as well. So don't get me wrong. If I have a daily driver and the Tonale is something that might be in my reach, I mean, hey, don't count me out. I might look at a Tonale as well. So make sure you stay on the lookout for that. I'm not counting that out. I just really want a Quadrifoglio. That's me being like, that's what I want. I want to drive that. I want to have that. I want to experience that every day. I heard about the new EV Lancia Delta. I've read a little bit about it. Not enough to talk about it here. Like I know about it. Like I can say stuff confidently, but I've read a little bit about it. I'm trying to stay in the know. If you guys haven't followed my RonsRides news channel, my second channel, I got so many cars, just videos. I take in so much information that I forget some things. So I will try to keep more familiar with more brands, especially in the Italian range. All right, so we've been through 3 things so far. I got 2 more, and then I'll let you guys go for the day. The discontinued Maserati, okay, Maserati Ghibli, being discontinued in 2023. The Grecale Trofeo being confirmed, and the Maserati MC20 being sold out until 2023. That's going to be interesting. It's already hard to get cars into the States here. It's going to be probably a while before we see the newer versions like the 2022 models or 2023 models, because let alone 6 months or whatever to get them built, but then it takes at least like 2 months to get them overseas off the port into the dealerships here. Man, you Italians are lucky. Sometimes I wish I lived there, because I love your cars so much that I want firsthand access to them, because here in the States I have to wait, and it's painful. It's a painful wait. All right. Again, if you guys missed those topics, this live stream will be posted on the channel. And I do have another video, Alfa Romeo video, being posted at 9:30, which will be about 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours and 10 minutes from now. So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right. 4th topic at hand. Front-wheel drive Maseratis. Now, the Drive interviewed CEO William Peffer, Maserati CEO, Maserati USA CEO. And front-wheel drive Maseratis, he didn't necessarily confirm anything, but he didn't rule it out. I was a little thrown off by this one because it doesn't make any sense to me. If anything, there should be more all-wheel drive Maseratis, and I made this statement about the Ghibli Trofeo. And I know you guys have commented on that as well, that there's no SQ4 model or Q4 model. It doesn't need to be an S because it's a Trofeo. But all-wheel drive Ghibli Trofeo variant would be nice. Now, I love the rear-wheel drive because you can do a little tail-happy spinning in that. That is perfect. But I think it would help the 0 to 60 times tremendously if you put power to all 4 wheels on a high-performing Maserati model like that. If you guys can fact check me and put it in the chat here, I think the Ghibli Trofeo does 0 to 60, or if you want to do it in kilometers, in 4.2, 4.4, somewhere around that range. But it needs to be at least in the very, very low 4s or the high 3 ranges for what it has for that twin turbo V8 and 580 horsepower. I feel like the 0 to 60 times on Maseratis have always been a little lackluster. So I felt like an all-wheel drive model would, do us some service, do us some justice. But at the same time, here we are talking about front-wheel drive Maseratis, and I just couldn't even imagine. I don't even know what cars they would do in front-wheel drive. If the Ghibli's going away in 2023, then And I mean, I get that's speculation, but if it goes away in 2023, it'd have to be an SUV. Would they do a quattroporte in front wheel drive? I don't know. I mean, and then they're not doing an MC20 or Gran Turismo in front wheel drive. So I mean, maybe he just kind of like was saying, never say never, hitting you with the Justin Bieber line, never say never. But I don't know. That one was a little odd to me. So if somebody can confirm the Ghibli 0 to 60 Trofeo 0 to 60 for me, please let me know, because yeah, I know you guys didn't like the front wheel drive thing for Maserati, and I completely agree. But that was what was said, so I had to put it out there before you guys came at me for not saying anything about it. I don't think that's gonna happen. If anything, they're gonna do all-wheel drive. But with these electric cars, who knows? It doesn't make sense to me though. Okay. Last one for the day. Last topic for the day. This was the last video from yesterday. Can Maserati make electric vehicles sound good? Can Maserati make these electric cars sound good? I didn't say in the video and compare them to making the electric cars sound as good as the naturally aspirated engines, because they're not going to. I didn't compare them to sounding as good as the twin turbo engines, because they're not going to. We're being realistic here, okay? Combustion engines are going to sound better regardless. But can they make electric vehicles sound good in their own way, in their own lane? Can they make them sound good? I had to hit you with the Maserati music in the beginning because it was important. It was an important aspect to the video, and it kind of puts you in that mood. It puts you in the driver's seat of being in one of those cars that screamed like that. And it made you realize what the Maserati brand stood for. And it made you realize why people love Maserati so much, because of the intoxicating sound and the euphoria that they give you when driving those cars. Because that's how I feel every time that I drive them and I post videos like that, which is why I do not take it for granted whenever I get a chance to do so. So I put you in that mood. And then I said, okay, think electric. Think Maserati's future. Think the whole automotive industry's future. It's not just Maserati. Everybody's got to do this. Emission standards, the pollution and everything with the world these days, and the laws that they're putting out, constricting the vehicles coming out. You adapt or you die. That is what it is. Can Maserati come up with a solution for this problem? It's a problem. I want to say it's a problem because, the criticism will be there when you no longer hear new Maseratis coming from the factory that give you that same thrilling feel, that same shiver in your spine whenever you start it up, whenever you accelerate. There's going to be criticisms there. And Maserati CEO, again, for the past 5 videos for Maserati, he's been hitting us with some news. He was saying they have a solution to this problem. They can make this work. They are working on something to make these electric cars sound good. He didn't say sound as good as the combustion engines, but he says sound good. I trust in Maserati. I trust in what he's saying. I trust in what they have planned. And I really hope that, for everyone else's sake, that they can do it. Can they? It's going to be the largest task they have. Maserati makes beautiful cars. Easy. That's cakewalk for them. Okay, so they don't have to worry about that. That's not difficult. Maserati is still a prestigious brand. They don't have to worry about that. Okay, Maserati needs to worry about their DNA and keeping that same thrilling feel that you have whenever you get those cars. It's a total package kind of deal. Can they do it? We'll see. I think that thanks to the electronic systems, every car maker will be able to recreate exactly the same driving experience as the petrol engine. Even Alfa Romeo will make EV with a petrol engine driving feeling. I'm hoping so. Lorenzo, thank you for the comments. I'm hoping so. I feel like I've heard some things out there, that some videos you guys have shared with me that give me hope. And it's like that Hawkeye meme from, was it Avengers Infinity War? I think when it says, don't give me hope. You guys are giving me hope out there with the stuff you're posting. I'm just really, really, really praying Maserati can do it. Because all electric version, the Fogarty GT, all right, Gran Turismo, the Fogarty MC20, and then I'm sure they're going to do electric versions of the Quattroporte and Levante and Grecale as well. And this is all going to happen within the next 5-6 years. You know, with Stellantis going into electric mode, not beast mode, but electric mode in 2027, it's going to happen within the next 6 years. We're going to see the automotive industry completely just 180 and recreate itself within the next 10 years. Because I'm talking about everybody. Well, I think they said 2035, so maybe a little bit longer than that, 2035. But the Italians, as we know it, as far as Maserati, Alfa Romeo, and I mean Ferrari's on their way as well. We're going to see everything change up. So what a time to be alive, because we're going to be there from the times of, you know, the 4.7 to the kilowatt battery packs. You know, it's going to be such a transition. We're going to remember the good old days from the past, and we're going to look forward to the bright future. And it will be a bright future. They will do great things. Will they please everybody? No. It's just you can't please everybody. Will they make exciting, fast, and great looking cars? Heck yeah. But there will be some sacrifice. There will be some give and take. So I'm very excited about that. Maserati, if you're watching, Maserati USA, if you're watching, the pressure's on, but we believe in you. And we know you guys are going to do some great things. You have already started giving us some great things, and I'm very excited about your future. I'm very excited about just everything that I get to see in the next, starting in the next week. Everything I get to see from the brand. You guys are going to get overloaded towards the end of the year. The end of the year is the busiest for me because all the new stuff is coming out. So I will have some things live and in person and some reviews for you guys and some driving videos and all that good stuff very, very shortly, a lot sooner than you think. So I'm excited about this. I'm going to need to take some sort of a break before all this because I'm getting burnt out. But hopefully you guys are enjoying all the content and all the Maserati stuff. Like I said, 5 big topics today with the Ghibli discontinuation, with the Grecale Trofeo confirmed, with the MC20 being sold out for 2 years, with front-wheel drive Maseratis, and with electric Maserati exhaust notes. A lot going on for the Italians of the Trident brand, and I'm really excited for it. So I won't hold you guys any longer. It's been about 40 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I have an Alfa Romeo video coming out in about 2 hours now, so make sure you guys go check that out. Other than that, I appreciate your love and support. Make sure you guys are subscribed. You're hitting the like button, especially on this video. Dropping the comments, all that for the YouTube algorithm. Trying to be the best Maserati, Ferrari, and Alfa Romeo channel on YouTube, as I've been trying to do the past few years here. So I appreciate all the support. Guys, this will be on the channel. So make sure you guys go check it out if you missed all the topics that I talked about today. But with that said, guys, appreciate the support. You guys know the links down below. Make sure you check out the merch. You guys want to donate a couple of dollars to the channel, I appreciate that. Helps keep the lights on. And make sure you guys check out the social media and stuff, especially on TikTok. Try to do some more stuff on TikTok for you guys. So with that said, you guys, you got to be blessed. Have a great day. We will talk to you guys in the next RonsRides live stream. Peace.